At this point, I'm sure most of us know at least one person who left their job during the pandemic.
At a time when we faced an unstable and turbulent workforce, there's one industry, Greg, that saw a boom: real estate. So tonight we're taking a closer look at what made this such an easy sell for so many to make this career change.
Take a look out here. This is pretty sweet.
At one point, becoming a real estate agent was only a dream for Kason Barnhill.
Oh, wow. I love that.
It took a pandemic for this former software engineer to ditch the computer and move into real estate. He made the career switch in June of 2020 during the height of the coronavirus pandemic. It was a time when many people were forced to re-examine their lives and how they paid their bills.
Essentially put me in a position to have to make a decision of whether it was to continue in software or to pursue a passion.
Many of us felt the uncertainty that began to sink in. From layoffs to parents looking for work from home options so they could take care of their children, the real estate industry drew a lot of people from other career fields.
One of the reasons the pandemic kind of sparked a bigger rush is that furlough, and people had time. So then they had time to explore. Then the state opened up the possibility of online education through Zoom and through live streams. So now not only could they do it on furlough, they could do it on furlough from their homes.
2 years after the pandemic began, and Stephanie Gwynn with the National School of Real Estate is still teaching students both in person and virtually.
You need the paperwork that shows my spouse knows this is what we've done.
Right now, Arkansas has more than 15,000 total real estate licensees, and more than 4,000 of those have happened between the time the pandemic began to now.
I don't really think I'm that surprised by it, especially for Arkansas, because we've been a state that is a little insulated from a lot of the activities that happen in bigger cities. So we have a real low inventory of houses, which means our market has stayed really strong for a long time. And that low inventory keeps prices up, it keeps buyers excited.
Now, before you get any ideas and maybe consider quitting your current job, there's a lot you need to consider. Among a list of things, you need to complete 60 hours of real estate education, pass the license exam, apply for your license, and complete post-license education. You also need to realize it's not quite the job you may have seen on TV.
Think about $1 million listing, and they think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna look at 5 houses, I'm gonna put in an offer, and we're gonna close day after tomorrow. It's great. No.
6.9 million. Let's do this here, right now.
Yeah, that's not quite how it works. You have to remember, popular shows like this are staged, filmed over a longer period of time, and edited. But Gwen says with a good work ethic, a little patience, and a lot of planning, it can become a lucrative career field.
If you're willing to put in the work and you're disciplined and you have a plan, there's a lot of success to be had.
With 2 young daughters to consider, Barnhill's wife didn't give him too much time to make it happen.
My wife had given me about a 4-month window to bring home some income, and being self-employed, that's a little bit intimidating. But it was a great market to jump into.
And now he has no plans of ever looking back. How does your wife feel after she gave you that 4-month timeline?
She would probably say, like, he proved what he needed to prove, and she's really happy for me to get to pursue the dream more than anything. It's definitely been the best career decision I've been lucky enough to take advantage of.
All right, Greg, so Kason was just one person that we'd heard from in this story, but over the course of my research, I spoke with so many people who made a career change similar to his, and they told me it was life-changing.
And you brought up all the interesting points. TV shows are glorifying it now. People at home, maybe looking around their home and talking to other people with homes. I've been told by real estate agents that the listing is the real issue here, getting people to list their homes. The sales are relatively easy.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to say, I'm not in that business, but still.